Fundamental Raps. Yo, it feels like it's been a minute. Yo, check it.
Union in the North, Confederates in the South. The South wanted slavery, but the North wanted out. Both went to war, cause nobody backed down. See, a civil war's when a country fights with itself.
Now back when America had 34 states, 19 were free, the other 15 were slaves. Over time the North would industrialize. The population rose, there was money and jobs. Now in the South, agriculture and crops were the foundation, which heavily relied on slaves on plantations. For generations, slavery would divide this nation. Soon tensions grew stronger, finally times was changing. A new political party soon rose in the North, very much against slavery, they didn't want it at all. Lincoln soon became the president, his hand it was forced upon the South to give up slaves, or the result would be war. But see, the South wouldn't give up their slaves, they were too invested. Without free labor, crops and trade would be affected. In 1861, that's when the Civil War started. It went on for 5 years, and finally the North won it.
Union in the North, Confederates in the South. The South wanted slavery, but the North wanted out. Both went to war, cause nobody backed down. See, a civil war's when a country fights with itself. Union in the North, Confederates in the South. The South wanted slavery, but the North wanted out. Both went to war, cause nobody backed down. See, a civil war's when a country fights with itself.
By 1863, the Civil War was at a standstill. By this time, there had been 500,000 men killed. Robert E. Lee led the soldiers in the South. They were now moving north, trying to push the Union out. So they
crossed the Potomac with 75,000 men. Marched through Pennsylvania, they was on their way to Washington, D.C.
If they could penetrate the capital, they would surely gain the advantage on the battlefield. The strategy was to move swiftly into Gettysburg, catch the Union off guard, then hit them with that heavy word. If they could win this battle, they could take the war. Wouldn't abolish slavery, nah, they would make it more. But see, the South made mistakes on that battlefield, that's for sure. So the North packed them up and drove them out of there.
Say no more.
Yeah. There was still a few years before the war finished. 1865, that's finally when the war ended.
Union in the North, Confederates in the South. The South wanted slavery, but the North wanted out. Both went to war, cause nobody backed down. See, a civil war's when a country fights with itself. Union in the North, Confederates in the South. The South wanted slavery, but the North wanted out. Both went to war, cause nobody backed down. See, a civil war's when a country fights with itself.
I fell on my canteen. I wouldn't have lasted 10 minutes out there. Go. So, you know, soldiers, this was a soldier uniform back in the day. The Confederate uniform. All right, hat's a little small. Promise my head's not that big. Sometimes.
Give me a surprise look somewhere. I'm pregnant.